Hello and welcome. It is the final of the 2023 Trentino Basket Cup, coming to you from Trento in Italy, and it is the hosts, Italy, facing off against China. These two teams victorious yesterday in their opening games, as Italy needed overtime to eventually defeat Turkey with a little bit of a breakdown through a crucial stage at the end of the game last night, but they came through. It was a very spectacular first half from them before they eventually went on to get the 1-point win for China. An easier game for them as they dispatched Cape Verde by 20 points. A commanding second half performance from the Chinese team yesterday as they took the 86-66 win off the back of a 26-16 third quarter. For Italy, we said it was eventually the 90-89 win. They led by 3 with 12 seconds remaining. With Spissu at the line, 2 free throws to ice the game for the veteran guard for the Italian team, but Marco Spissu missed both. He then got another possession after a steal, decided to shoot the ball when he could have held it out for victory, and you probably saw the replay of the heave from essentially full court from Turkey to send the game to overtime. There, Italy trailed by 5 points at one stage, but came back, and it was Marco Spissu that made a couple of threes to really bring them back into the game before they eventually capped it off with the 1-point win, 90-89. Yesterday, the Italians were led by a superb first half performance from Simone Fontecchio. He ended with 21 points in the end. He was the leading scorer for his team. He was the only man, in fact, in double figures, as everybody else kind of shared the load A lot of rotation, of course, as you'd expect from an Italian team, still in preparation for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. On the other hand, China, they were able to rotate as well and spread the load. They were led in the end by the youngster, the 20-year-old, coming in off the bench, Young Shui, who ended with 18 points on a perfect 6 of 6 shooting from the field. And of course, these two teams, while they would be hoping to get the win here today, it is all about the warm-up for the Basketball World Cup that is taking place in Philippines, Japan and Indonesia starting on August the 25th. Both of these two teams will be there, as will we, for courtside 1891, following every game at the FIBA World Cup. And make sure you join us for that. China in Group B, they will be in Quezon City in the Philippines, facing off against South Sudan, Serbia and Puerto Rico, whereas China themselves will be in Group A, I believe. No, that was, sorry, Italy are in Group A, of course, with the Philippines, Dominican Republic and Angola, and they will also be in Quezon City in the Philippines. So these two teams will be in the same group, or same venue, but different groups in the opening round, as Gianmarco Pazzecco, the man in charge of the Italian team there on the sideline. A couple of very experienced coaches who know each other well. Sasha Djordjevic there, you see him, the man in charge of China, the new head coach of the Chinese national team this past year, but a man who knows Italian basketball as well as anyone, having been a coach here in Italy before, having won championships in Italy. As we are off and underway for the final of the Trentino Cup. It is China in their red uniforms, opening possession for them. The Italians in their white. And for China, they tried to go to the inside early last night. Right now, they'll use the pick and roll, and the opening score is good, as Zhao Rui knocks down the first score. China will need to improve on the way they played yesterday if they're to take victory here today. But of course, they did get the 20-point win, and the foul is called, an early one, against China, and that is their star big man there, Zhu Qi. So the question for China today is who is going to be in the lineup. Kyle Anderson, the NBA player, has just recently received his Chinese citizenship. That has been confirmed. We expect him to turn out in a Chinese jersey sooner rather than later. And we're still unaware if he is going to, take his place here today, if we'll see him for the first time, or if we will have to wait, as he's already get off the mark for Caruso. And he didn't play yesterday, wasn't in the 12. Gets the nod today. That's the depth of this Italian team. So China will take the long three. There was a three, and to check the line there to see if that one went. And that is the man from yesterday. It is the number 19, Shui Yong Shui. Yong Shui had a fine game, caught an alley-oop and just kind of lifted his confidence in the second half, where he took over. And a couple of jumpers, and also a couple of high-flying moves as well, as the Tomei against Italy back within one. So the Italian lineup a little bit changed from the starters they had yesterday on the floor. Backcourt remains the same with Donut and Spissu. Tomei up in the small forward position. This time the three wayward for China. And then on the inside it is Pollinari and Fontecchio for the Italians. Good quick hands from China on the defensive end. As the three is good up for Donut. Doesn't get that one to go. And China swiftly the other way. Look into the inside. Zhu Qi. Qi has it. spins. A lot of contact. Chi forces his way up and gets a score. And of course, it's not Fontecchio out there in the starting lineup for the Italians. I already said, you know, the new man in. It's the number 30 for them. And Caruso picks up the foul. So Caruso, tough ask for him to slow down Chi. And China off to a good start here. 8 points in the early stages. Italy looking long. It's just he has a knack for getting those easy breaks in transition. Italy couldn't finish the high-flying attempt. As now China set the feet, take the three. Don't hit it on this occasion though, as Zhupeng couldn't get that one to drop. It is Spissu to Polonara. Polonara's three didn't go. Italians came out of the blocks smoking yesterday in main part, thanks to Fontecchio's on the bench as Zucchi takes the three. Thought about it, no one came to him, so he knocks it down, and that's a great start for China. Italy going to be forced into an early timeout here, an 11-4 lead for China. We said they're going to have to improve the way they played from yesterday. They've done exactly that, and Italy will be frustrated in these first couple of minutes here at home. What a start for the Chinese then. Coach Pizzacco will not be happy with his team. He got some cobwebs out yesterday in that opening game. It was a good one to start, a victory over Turkey, but this is an opponent they may well face at the FIBA Basketball World Cup, so they will not want to give any confidence to a Chinese team trying to get themselves back to the elite level at the world stage. A very strong opening 3 minutes for the Chinese team. Can they continue that here today? As Italy go to the inside now, to not off the screen, Datomi, the captain, 180 caps for Datomi. Here he is, showing why he has that many. Knocks down the three. Datomi getting it done. Can they add a defensive sequence now, Italy? China using the high screen. Tipped away. Spissu got the steal. He'll glide in for the easy two. I said he was the man who'll take the responsibility for the game getting into overtime yesterday, but also, credit where it's due, he single-handedly kept Italy in the game at that stage as well. As now Chi has it in one hand. Waits for Peng, and a foul is called. There's the foul against the number 77. That is Hang Zelin. He was a good performer yesterday, Zelin. Tough matchup for him today against Datomi, that's for sure. But he was a spark plug. He came off the bench, I believe, yesterday, and he knocked down a couple of jumpers. Just kind of gave them some stability, the Chinese team, when they didn't really have any rhythm offensively. It was a real game changer. As Chi thought about the three, he's going to be wide open, and that's an easy finish. Poor breakdown from Italy, just a simple little back screen for Chi to roll into the post, and he was wide open. Gives them the 4-point lead once again. Spissu goes cross court, the extra pass to Tonu. This is where he's dangerous. Gets into the lane, dishes off the pass. Caruso with the finish. Good team basketball for Italy. It's back to a 2-point game. Here it is Chi. Setting that screen once again, Zinlin moves it on. And the 3 doesn't go on this occasion for Rui. Italy coming in transition. I'll have to slow it now with Caruso. Instead himself, Spissu limping. Far side substitution is going to come in. Tunut lays it up. I think Spissu will go out here. And Spagnolo, maybe the replacement, the teenager. So great work from Tunut. He just does so many easy things so well. He will get out in transition. He'll get some cheap finishes. So often we see him on those little cuts to the basket where he just gets an open layup. And of course, he's a tremendous on-ball defender, tremendous team defender as well. Always coming up with plays on that end of the floor as we see a host of Italian stars. Risi, there it was, standing and looking on with Melli just over his shoulder, sitting and waiting for his introduction. China then, bring it down once more. Bit of pressure from Italy here. It is Spagnolo playing defense. And he's going to pick up the foul. Just a bit too much pressure against Rui. It's interesting, China made the change at the point guard spot as well. I thought Zhao Jiwei was exceptional yesterday in the way that he played for the Chinese team. He didn't yet though. Tunut picks up the foul. Not a lot of contact. And Yang Shui made the most of it. It is Zelin coming over to inbound. Chi was quiet yesterday in his matchup with Tavares. Wasn't really needed by the Chinese. Was their lead player in the loss to Slovenia they suffered in their opening warm-up game as a foul is called. No, travel is Zelin. There's definitely a foul there. Question is, what came first, the foul or the travel? The referee said it was the travel. So possession back to the Italians. Spagnolo starts it off, gives it to Tunut. There's the foul. We'll see Spagnolo get to the line, I think, for 2. Smile from Rui. Italian substitutions, bit of a change. Thought it was going to be Datomi going out. He stays in. Tunut goes out. And applause for Tunut. I see another of these Italian youngsters coming into the game. The number 50, Prushida. His first action here today. Got a little court time yesterday with Gabriela Pajitsa, just 20 years of age. Here's the man I was talking about at the point guard position for China. Played well yesterday. The number 4, Zhao Jiwei. To hit the 3 there, and Italy draw another foul. A 2-point game here. Spagnolo guarded by Jiwei. Polonara kicks it. Caruso thought about the 3. Spagnolo loses possession, just manages to regain it before China do. As now, here's the tough shot that doesn't fall, but the offensive rebound is good. Great work on the glass. Here's Caruso showing his value there. He's kept it alive on the offensive rebound, puts it home. Gives Italy this 4-point lead. China just now looking around. Where's the offense going to come from? Well, nowhere. Back cut. Miscommunication. Ball goes bouncing out. And so it is possession to Italy. 3.5 to go. Chi goes to the bench. And once more, it's going to be questions for this Chinese offensives if they can keep up with the high-powered Italians. Wang Zilin comes in. He did a great job yesterday, the big man. Wearing the number 14. See how he deals with Rishi. This is him here, setting the screen. Spagnolo finds him. Rishi's got that range. Doesn't get it on this occasion. Good transition from China, but it is until the final pass is taken away. Italy running. Adomi finds Spagnolo. Good pass out. Rishi wide open. Still trying to get his eye in and coming into the game. As that one bounces clear, and now Jiwei says, let's slow this down a second. Tries to go to Zelin on the inside. And it is kicked, so we'll stay with China. And here we go, a little round of applause. And for the first time in a China jersey, that is Kyle Anderson taking the floor for the Chinese team. Also, he'll be going by his Italian name. It's Li Kaier. Chinese name, Li Kaier as well. So the first score for China with him on the floor is good. To the inside. He'll pass out. Risi doesn't get it. There's Anderson on the glass. Looking to push. So, poor pass from China. Gives it back. And Italy moved the ball nicely. Clean look for three is good. That's just great spacing and ball movement from the Italians. And that is another new man into the game. First action in this tournament for the number 54. That's Alessandro Paiola. And he knocks down the three, forcing the timeout. It is 20-15 on that one. Good work from Paiola to knock it down. Look at the crowd here in attendance in Trento. Full house for the final to see if Italy go unbeaten here across their two games. China proving a tough test so far. Just brought in Li Kaier, Kyle Anderson. There he is. A debut for that man in the China jersey. Freshly received his Chinese citizenship. The forward who has been playing his basketball for the Minnesota Timberwolves these last couple of seasons. No doubt looking to make an impression. 9.4 points per game last season for Minnesota. As China beat the pressure, take the three, don't get it. First man to the rebound is not Jiwei. You see, that's the foul. It was Spagnolo that got the rebound, and he was fouled by Jiwei. So, because of team fouls, it'll mean 2 shots to come for Spagnolo here. 1:44 left in this first quarter. There's a big first half performance offensively from Italy yesterday. And he's not far off here so far. 21 points as a team already. Two for two. And then moves it on. Now he's going to set the screen in. Anderson feeds to the inside. Holding foul. 2 shots to come. Wang Zhenlin at the line. He had a solid game yesterday. Nine points, 3 of 3 was from the field. That's that one to go. Spagnolo thought about pushing, now slows it, gets him into the set. Payola. Risi for 3. Got the couple of sighters in, didn't he? Early. And almost feel he's going to have a good game now as Anderson controls and waits, gives it up. Anderson wide open, easy reverse for him, and that is the first points for Lee Kaye on the backdoor layup. First points for him in a Chinese jersey. As, I think Coach Georgievich has just picked up a technical foul here, complaining at something. Yeah, I'm not sure what his frustration was. It's a 6-point game. One free throw here for the Italians to stretch it out. Spagnola steps himself to the line. He played his club basketball here in Trento last season, so he knows these rims. That one bounces clear though. Trying to escape. Any punishment for the technical foul. Payola nearly loses it. In fact, does. Here comes China in transition. They got some numbers down the floor. But great defensive recovery from the Italians there. Getting themselves quickly back into position. There's Anderson. Nice little pass. But the finish doesn't go. Great work from China. The little backdoor cut. Anderson with a beautiful feed. And we await final possession here. Shot clock, game clock, essentially identical. No difference between them. And this is where Risi's dangerous on pick and pop. He does pop out. Now he rolls. Risi open, finishes. Great work from Risi and Spagnolo on the pass as well. And what a first quarter that is for Italy once more. 27 points for them. Another great offensive output. Just how we saw yesterday. But China hanging firm. It is Italy 27, China 19 after one. I think both teams will take some positives. China, they'll want to make some adjustments, but very much in touching distance with this game. Great for them to get Lee Kaye onto the floor as well. And this one has got a long way to go. Second quarter about to get underway. Entertaining first 10 minutes, wasn't it? Both teams playing their part. It's 27-19 in favour of Italy. Look like similar lineup on the floor for them. Spagnuolo, Paiola, Risi, all out there. As is another of the youngsters, producer for China. It is Likaye Zendin. Backcourt of Jiwei and Shu as well. Shu had a good game, number 5. Hit double figures yesterday. There he is, back to Jiwei. Jiwei pulled all the strings. As Anderson gets another score, that is what he does. Moves so well without the ball. Fits seamlessly within the team as Poyola's 3 doesn't go. Comes Jiwei. Jiwei wants to get China organised. Collects it. Now he'll look to use a screen. He does. Throws it to the far side. Good ball movement from China, but Italy recover well. And travel, I believe. Yep. Called against Fang Shu. Spagnuolo handling pressure. Minutes as Spisu went out. Nice producer. Oh, lovely reverse. Doesn't quite go for him. And Ikea comes the other way. Ikea crosses over. Loses his man. Gets to the lane. Not a contact. No whistle. No. And we head in the opposite direction. Up high from Italy. No whistle there either. It's back and forth as now. Lovely feed. And the dunk is good. China in transition. Great work from them. And the finish comes from the number 21, Jinki. Paiola thought about the 3. Risi holding, waiting, goes against Likaye. Fades and gets it to go. Only got 2 great looks. Risi, as soon as he came in, just seems to have settled him down now. Shoot. Moves it up to Jiwei. Jiwei trying to find that room. Draws a lot of bodies as Anderson's pass to the inside. Collects another foul. Paiola goes out. Bigger line-up now for Italy as Diouf heads in. So he'll play alongside Risi. Spagnuolo looking to push the tempo. He lost himself there. He manages to regain that possession as Risi, again on the switch, gets it in the low post. Jiwei tries to recover. Richa misses the 3. Anderson's pass ahead. Tries to get something in transition for China. And they'll have to slow it down for a near turnover. Good work. As the Italian coaching staff like that one. A few little pats on the head for Proshida. So Likaye goes out. Great spell for him. Got his team within 6. It's 29-23 here. Then moves it on. Gets it back again. Now another foul. This time against Diouf. Yeah, you can see, just wraps him up. 2 arms around him. Easy call. So Kushida goes out. Turnut comes back in. Zenin. Same play for China. Tough pull up. Bounce is clear. Spagnolo looking to push. Wayward pass is deflected. China in the open floor. Can they capitalise? They haven't done a great job in transition, China. They're not going to do a good job there. Diouf with the steal. Diouf all the way. He's fouled. Lays it up, but it's on the floor. He's going to be asked. People asking for an unsportsmanlike foul here, because this is a foul from behind from Yang Shiwei. That's exactly what Coach Prosecco's saying. So it is an unsportsmanlike. Yeah. Foul is before the act of shooting, and I think that's what the officials are saying, because if the player is in the act of shooting, the rules change again for the unsportsmanlike violation. So if he's picked it up and he's doing a layup, then it probably isn't an unsportsmanlike. So the referees have decided the shot is before, the foul is before the shooting action, therefore it is an unsportsmanlike foul. So it's 2 shots plus possession. But it isn't the continuation that Italy perhaps wanted. First is good. There's the second for Diouf. Diouf 5 points yesterday. Now, Lisi, low block, kicks it, gets it back again. Lisi pushes his way to the middle, and what a beautiful soft touch from the big man. Gianpaolo Risi. And 2 more to go to give Italy this 10-point lead now. China trying to find something. Good switching defense from the Italians as Chi spins. Low clock, has it rejected. Here comes Italy. Turnut pushes. Oh, nice little feed, but the rejection from China. Their chance to run. Then Lin over the top, can't take in the pass. Just a little bit wayward. Another frustrating mistake for the Chinese. Did so well, didn't they, to get themselves, back in position to stop that transition layup. Only to turn it over immediately afterwards. Here it is, Spagnolo playing some heavy minutes. With no Marcus Bisu. Turnut to the inside. And now Diouf, short jumper, good. Timeout coming from China halfway through this second quarter. And Italy starting to show their quality. 35 plays 23, just 4 points for China in this second period so far. China needs some momentum here in this next 5 minutes. Just want to stay within touching distance, Get some confidence going into the second half. I have Jiwei back, got the ball in his hands. See if Zhao Jiwei can start to get going. Oh, nice little fake. And then Lin can't finish, goes cross court. 3, doesn't go though, bounces clear for Zhulong. And now Tunut. Again, he just finds that space in the lane, doesn't he, Diouf? Rejected by Chi. China again in transition. Anyway, back to Chi. Double teamed. Somebody's open, but China can't find him. Chi has it. Double team with Risi just waiting. Goes to the lefty hook. Chi can't finish. Spagnolo finds Diouf. Diouf, can he finish this time? And he got away with an extra step. Gets the finish to go. Good work from Diouf. Extends it to a 14-point advantage. China ice cold offensively. And they're going to turn it over. Do get it to Chi. It's going to be a foul against Italy. Diouf didn't like it. A round of applause from the Italian crowd. Another new face coming in. Let's see, with Riccardo Visconti getting his first action in the Trentino Cup. Didn't play yesterday. Out there today. To the back court with Spagnolo. Trying to get the clean look for 3. Jiwei can't hit it. He will pick up the steal. Jiwei takes it away from Spagnolo. Trying to lose his man. Finds Chi on the inside. Chi kicks it when the double team comes. Someone's going to be open. And then called for the travel. Spagnolo put in a long shift there. Hence to the bench. And we see Paola coming in. So Paola will play the point guard position here. Kind of fill in for Marco Spissu. I think that tells you how much we'll see Spissu back today as well. Donut gives it to Diouf. Diouf now to the inside, and a foul is called. Zhulong. Too much contact. And so Polonara looks like he's going to get some shots here. No, sideline, sorry. Paola, the entry man. Donut loses it, gains it back again. Paola wide open, in and out. And Likaya grabs in the rebound back onto the floor for this final 3 minutes here. Likaya, see if he can get his team back into this one. Remember, it's a 4-point game when he left. The foul is called. Heavy hit. Visconti called for the personal. Comes in from the side, China. Get it to Likaya. He feeds the inside, Chi. Uses footwork to try and get away from the defender. Can't though. Some good defense from the Italians. Polonara acts as a towel boy, cleans the ball. Make sure there's no perspiration on it. And he will get it back for the final 2.5 of this first half then. Payola now at the point. Gives it up. Polonara for 3. Good. It's obviously the way he cleaned the ball. Jiwei on the floor holding his head. Not sure what happened there. Jiwei is not happy. Seems to say there was an elbow. That's why he went to the floor. Visconti said nothing in it, so play will continue here. 40 plays 23. Italians, sizable leads right now. And we said this is 5 minutes before the half was important. China haven't made headway. The Italians have just been stretching this game out even more. It's now their opportunity. They come off the screen, they kick it. Jiwei nearly goes out of bounds, does well to stay in, but great defense from Payola. Chi has it. Anderson, extra pass. And now China have it rejected at the ring. Great defense from the Italians, swarming. It was Caruso that got the block in the end, I think. Let's have a look. Caruso crumbs across from behind. The first defender times it perfectly. Shot clock will be low here for the Chinese team. 4 seconds. Try to go to Chi. He keeps it alive. Anderson gets it on the ring and then Chi tips it home for 2. Big basket for the Chinese team there. A lot of effort needed. They get there as Danut comes off the couple of screens, now drives. Polonara flips it up. Jumper misses everything. Well, it was a lackluster offense that from the Italians that time. A couple of loose passes from them when they had the opening. Eventually, it was Visconti just had to make something on his own. Airballed everything. So again, chance for China here. See if they can get this offense clicking. Just 25 points for them. A foul is called. Polonara tried to gamble, get the steal. Just 6 points for China here in the second quarter. That has been the problem for them. They will welcome a couple of attempts from the line, no doubt. First of all, we'll have a little break as Italy called the timeout. 2 shots to come for China then. And we'll see where Italy will go when they get possession. 1:15, just a 6-0 run or something like that from China right here would be just what they need. First is good for Chi. Two for two. There's Paola. Faces a bit of pressure. Polonara helps him now. This is the offense the Italians will have designed. You get Polonara in the block. Action away from the ball. There's the kick out. Open three. Doesn't go. It was a good clean one for the Italians. But China now. Chance. 6-0 run. They need a basket here. Anderson comes to collect it. Now he's going to use the high screen. Anderson moves it on. And China do get a little sneaky backdoor cut. Defense just broke down, and Rui with the easy score. There's 4 points. Another basket could get them into single digits before the half. First of all, Paola off the drive, gets to the edge of the paint, drops it home. Makes it 42-29. China will hold here. Shot clock is off. They will take the final possession of this first half. See if they include Anderson. They do. So Li Guoye has it. Isolated far side. Goes along the baseline. He scores and no foul is called. A near block. You can see he says he was fouled. But the basket is good. Li Guoye adds 2 more for China. And they get the game back within touching distance. A 6-2 run there in that final 1:15 really has helped their cause. And as we said, gives them a little bit of momentum here heading into the half. A tough struggle offensively for China until that final few minutes. And Italy have the 42-31 lead at the halftime break. So it is the midway point of the final here in the Trentino Cup, as Italy, the hosts, have the lead against China. But China have had that bad spell, perhaps in the second quarter. See if they can then get some momentum going in the second half. Both teams gone through their roster, trying to find those rotations that will work, make sure they get guys back in shape, as they both have eyes on the 2023 FIBA World Cup starting on the 25th of August. So we're going to take a 10-minute break here from Trento. Make sure you join us for second half action here on courtside 1891 to keep up to date with all the preparation games heading towards Japan, the Philippines and Indonesia. Italy in control at half-time here in the final of the Trentino Cup. And it's 42-31. They have the advantage. And they're led by 9 points from Marisi. Caruso didn't play yesterday, 6 points. Juve 6. Paiola, also part of that group, didn't play yesterday, has 5 points. And leading scorer from the semi-final, Fontecchio, yet to take the floor for the Italians. And the one question mark on them yesterday, though, was they didn't really put the game away when they had the opportunity for against Turkey. A couple of times should have got the win all wrapped up, but Turkey came back, eventually took it to overtime. And you kind of feel the same way about this Chinese team. You know, they were down, they got themselves back with a little 6-2 run at the end of that first half, led by that man there, Lee Kayer, or Kyle Anderson as he's also known. And you just feel like this game isn't done, despite the fact that you know, it is a sizable lead for Italy at this point by 11 points. So we are underway then in opening possession. China have it as they look to Anderson on the inside. He's well denied. And now penetration. They finish too strong. Looks like another technical foul against Kostjorjevic. So second technical on him. Be a free throw to come. Kostjorjevic still in discussions. So Bertomi at the line. The second time, the Italians haven't been able to capitalise. And Kostjorjevic will be heading to the bench, or heading to the locker room, as he is ejected after a second technical foul. It means the Italians will have to have a change on the bench. 42-31. And it is Paiola at the point guard position for the Italians. Gives it up to Bertomi. Bertomi moves it on into the hands of Caruso. And now Bertomi to Paiola to Tonut. Tonut, though, out of bounds or travel. They've been consistent on that open step. So possession back to China now. Anderson breaks to the wing, is denied. Already the shot clock down to 10 seconds. China haven't done anything. They're looking for Chi. Italian defense knows it. Chi collects it way outside. His usual comfort spot, his fadeaway jumper, or his turnaround jumper doesn't go, misses everything. Poor possession for the Chinese. Often you see, you know, teams get inspired when their coach is ejected. Not sure that was the case on that offense there for the Chinese. As Caruso sets the screen for Paiola. Paiola trying to find some room. Poor pass from him. Now the opportunity. Anderson looking to push the tempo. Throws it ahead. Great timing on the pass from Anderson. But the finish doesn't go. And Bertomi snatches it in. Now it is Bertomi for three as they have the 5-on-4 advantage. Neither team is going here as we still await our first basket. Nearly 2 minutes into this third quarter. It is China possession then. Zhao Rui at the point. Here he is. And against the pressure of Paiola, Rui gets deep in the lane. Kicks it to Anderson. China got to respace the floor. And Anderson play off the dribble. They do. This is the man that's got to step forward for me. Hong Shui as a focal point of the offense yesterday for China. He's a young man, still just 20 years of age, coming off a really good first season in the Chinese Basketball Association, though. Averaged 12 points per game. As Boyola's 3 short. And China are in single digits now. Anderson is fouled. Have to make it work in the half court, but good play once more from China. Rui gets it back. Here he is trying to come off the screen, trying to turn the corner. Rui kicks it. Anderson now draws the foul. Nikaya draws the contact and will be rewarded with 2 shots here. Yeah. Just so comfortable, doesn't he? Nikaya off the dribble. Such a playmaker. That's his experience. That's the first. So born in New York City, 29 years of age. Played his college basketball at UCLA. He qualifies for the Chinese national team through his great-grandfather, a Chinese citizen. He just recently received his Chinese citizenship, allowing him to play for this Chinese national team. So 7-point game now. There's a little bit of room on the inside and a tough finish. From Caruso. Anderson. By the Tommy. Oh, good drive. Now Anderson thought about the 3. It's going to be good for the travel. Big difference between the NBA and Europe there. Could see it. It's that 3rd, 4th time we've seen that same call made here today. Players trying to attack, not getting the ball down quickly enough. Italy with the possession. They're at one stage 20-point lead. Now just 9. And they're going to cough it up cheaply here. In fact, jump ball. Arrow in favour of Italy. So Paola does a good job just to hang on to it. Spagnolo is going to come back in. So Italy feeling the effects of starting point guard Marcus Bisou returning since he limped out with what looked like an ankle injury early in that first half. Spagnolo played extended minutes in that first half, probably more than Coach Pizzacco would have liked, but I need the young teenager on the floor. Here is Donut. Jumper doesn't go. Well, it's fouled. This time, falling out of bounds, Spagnolo smoothly knocks it down. A little bit of breathing room again, perhaps for the Italians, as the jumper doesn't go. And now Datome gives it to Spagnolo. Polonara. Good ball movement from the Italians. Polonara fouled with the line for 2. Natomi, a little bit of a breather. Polonara, it's number 1 to roll home. As we see young Procida back into the game. For the Italians was number 50. I'll pick up the matchup with Lucayer. And also Risi, the leading scorer from that first half, back into the game for the Italians. Cross court. Finish no good. Chi with the rebound. Then Lin, he was close, but just it's a difficult shot to make. Right on the edge of the key there. Foul Risi on the glass. Rui brings it in to Chi. Chi putting on the floor. Lovely little spin from Chi. Good defense from Italy though. Good work from Caruso to hold his ground. Donut tries to turn the corner. Can't in transition. Caruso for 3. Oh, friendly roll from Caruso. You can see the smile. You know, banged off the front of the ring, popped up high, and somehow managed to get the friendly bounce. Now, Chi trying to find some room. 2 defenders in front of him. Can't finish. Commits the cheap foul. Donut shaken up. Kind of called it to him in the eye, side of the face. Still holding that right side. He's going to need a sub here. Italians running out of guards right now. Already lost Spisu. Now Donut. So starting backcourt. Both missing as Donut immediately walks to the locker room. Spagnolo with a heavy load then has the ball. The other 2 Podica. And where did you find the space? Risi with a beautiful feed, but breakdown defensively from the Chinese there. As Diouf just left wide open under the basket. Jirei back in at the point. Here he is. Number 4, trying to find some room. Just to the inside now. China's chance to move the ball. Not ready to finish it off though. Somebody's got to step up. Anderson does, but the shot clock violation goes, and the Italian bench up, fist pumped. They like that defensive effort. Now they'll try and back it up. They're going to go to the same play. Risi breaks high, looks inside to Diouf on the switch, and he is fouled. Well, that's had success for him, that play, hasn't it? Back to back as Diouf now collects it. Six points for Diouf at the half. And a little baseline drive is good. On the finish, Kushida. The great work before a foul is committed. So Spagnolo quickly the other way, picked up the cheap one. Team fouls against Italy, so it will be 2 shots here. Let's watch this one. Pushed it up. Beautiful reverse finish from him. China, though, do the right thing. Didn't hang around and admire the move. Got the ball out, got it down the floor quickly. And Kaye earns 2 shots from the line. .5% from the stripe last season. Kyle Anderson's not the smoothest stroke in the world. Got that little hitch in it, but effective. He's consistently above the 70s from the free throw line is Kyle Anderson. So it is 37-55. Spagnolo gets into the lane, finishes it off beautifully. Good work from him. China needs some momentum to get going here. 15-6, they trail in this third quarter. Just when they felt like they got a bit of momentum. The last few minutes of that first half has been taken away by some strong Italian defense, and another great possession here from the Italians. Here comes Spagnolo looking to push. Poor turnover. Oh, somehow goes to Risi. And Diouf's runner doesn't go. China in transition. Kick it ahead. Zelin fouled, scores. Oh, that's a big basket for the Chinese team. Haven't been great in transition, but Wang Zelin. That's the score. We get a chance to add a bonus as well. Diouf getting some counselling from the sideline. Just about the shot he took on the last possession, surely. He made a good move, but ended it poorly. Perhaps should have looked to kick it. Extra point doesn't go. And Italy come down. Spagnolo then holding and waiting. Out of bounds, stays with Italy. PC doesn't get the bounce, but China still struggling offensively. Outside of a kind of 2 or 3 minute spell at the end of that first half, we have had some woes here. 8 points in 8 minutes here, 12 points in the last quarter as well. As Yue tries to find some room, lots of dribbling for a long three, which misses badly and goes out of bounds. Yoshida will be the inbound man for the Italians. And goes to Spagnolo. Spagnolo to the wing. And now here comes Risi. They like to play through Risi's offensive abilities, but he loses possession. And it is China the other way. Zelin. And Jiwei. So Wang Zelin. Want Wang on the switch to get him. He finds a teammate on the free throw line. The jumper doesn't go, but a foul is called. Players looking around. We'll have a timeout while we try to figure out what the call was. It's going to be China possession, I'm pretty sure, but right now, as we said, points hard to come by for the Chinese team. 8 points here in the third quarter so far. They have lost their head coach. They trail this one 57-39. There'll be 2 shots to come then. And it is the number 26 at the line for China. That is Su Zhulong. First is good. Still remains a 17-point lead though for the Italians. Two for two. Pressure up the floor. But Spagnuolo doesn't seem in any bother. As they go to the mismatch on the inside, Palinada kicks it out. Oh, Producer takes off, throws it down. Out of nothing. Proshida cocks it back. Look at that, the power from the youngster. Crowd in Trento like that one. And the Italians rolling right now. Inside the last minute of this third quarter, Zilin runs into a bit of trouble. China, they turn it over. They just don't know how to get points right now. They need some offense. So Zhulong couldn't get the baseline move to go without travelling. Last 32 seconds of this third quarter. Italy very much in control. Spagnuolo with the gap. Gets to the inside, gets the finish. Spagnuolo, such great body control on those steps. Make sure he doesn't commit the turnover. Makes it a 20-point game here. China have plenty of time to get a score of their own though. 10 seconds to go. Can they get some offense going? A few switches out. Now Spagnuolo picks it up, launches it. Comes up short though. And a strong third quarter again from the Italian team. And take this one 17-10. Highlighted by the dunk from Proshida. It is very much a controlling lead for the Italians now, as they are in the ascendancy, 61-41 over China. Fourth and final period then starts with China. Is there any way back for them with possession? Trying to find an opening. Great defense from the Italians once again, switching with a smaller, quicker lineup. The versatility of Diouf and Ricci along the front line, giving them that advantage. But eventually a foul is called. It's a 20-point game. And as we've said throughout, this game it's not about the result here today. The most important thing for both these two teams is the performance. So China will be trying to get some momentum here, knowing that they are preparing for the World Cup, not trying to win this Trentino Cup. They're going to have to get their offense going though. Zhe Lin tries to find some room for the three. He does, and that's a big shot. There's a tough finish indeed for Zhang Zhelin. Does a good job to make that one. Points hard to come by for the Chinese, as we said, as the finish for the Italians doesn't go. Now, Berlin looking around, trying to find something. The step back jumper doesn't get the bounce. So Spagnuolo has the ball. Again, a lot of minutes in the second half for him. Yoshida knocks down the three. And after the high-flying antics in the third, now he's showing the range on the jumper. Another of these Italian youngsters, but Yoshida makes the three. Jiwei comes off the screen, draws the switch, pulls up over Diouf, good defense, and Italy grabbed the rebound. Here they come. A kick is called first of all against the Chinese. So it'll be possession for Italy. Some frustration for Jiwei there. I think the play was run the way it should be. Staff talking as well from the bench for China. Ricci fades, puts it home. Another strong half from Gianpaolo Ricci. Led the scoring for the Italians at the break. Won't be surprised if he's there at the end of the game either, the way he has played here today. Xu moves it. It's Jiwei trying to find some room. Jiwei back to Xu. Going to have to get it up quickly here, but yet again a travel violation. So Spagnuolo has it. Moves it up. Again, the Italians go to the inside, and a smooth looking jumper. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Severini. Italians just going through the motions now. Jiwei to Xu. Lin. His three is good. Lin, one man, seems to be trying to stop this Italian run. Shida goes back door, can't finish. Here comes China once more. Pass in transition, turned over. Ricci waits, gives it to Spagnuolo. Spagnuolo finds Procida for three. Buries it, timeout coming. That is Italy rolling right now, far too comfortable, as they've capped off the 19-10 third quarter with a 10-6 start here to the fourth. Out of the timeout then China. Can they regain some confidence? Something from this game. Zelin again, the man making the plays. Great kick out from him. Cross court, that's just a beautiful find. And a good shot in the end for Fang Shu. It is just about momentum for this Chinese team. They want to end this game in the final 6 minutes, playing better, try and get some confidence. That's why Li Kaye back out there on the floor, 32. Expect to see Chi coming back in as well. And that is 2 plays, exactly what China would be looking to see. They got the score, then they forced the 24-second violation as well against the Italians. So good signs of life for them. Here comes Zelin, gives it up. Cross-court pass only just finds his target. And Shu can't get this one to drop. And the Italians rebound and bring it down. To the inside it goes. Youth gets the step, fouled by Anderson. A clap of hands in frustration by him. Anderson tried to get the steal, was defeated by Diouf with the good timing. And so 2 shots to come. Oh, with 2 shots and possession as well. And sportsmanlike foul is called. No play on the ball. And these little adjustments Anderson's going to have to make when playing in the NBA. He does have international experience, Kyle Anderson. He previously played for USA Basketball. Played at the Nike Hoop Summit way back in 2012. Now it's into the low post, but great work again. Zelin has done himself a kind of credit in this tournament. Has the number 77. 2 good performances from him as Li Kaye too strong. Here comes Italy through Spagnolo. He's fouled. Go to the line. So it's Spagnolo. Steadies himself for the free throw. That's the first. Yesterday. 7 points for him, 3 of 6 from the field. Didn't hit a 3, but you know, the youngster for this Italian team, still a teenager, getting some great experience already. 11 games he had before coming into this tournament in an Italian senior jersey. 32 points across those 11 games, all of them in qualifying for the World Cup. Yes. Proditsa gives it up. Just checking out Diouf under the floor. He's slow to get under the basket on the floor. He's slow to get up. Seems to be okay. As the game has stopped, Mac has come onto the floor to tend to where Diouf fell. There's a foul going to be called against the number 3, Thomas Molentense. So sideline possession for China. 4:13 left in this one. Tensai playing some good defense once again. And he's a sharp shooter, showing his defensive versatility as China can't get the first finish. The offensive rebound and put back is good. So an easy score in the end. Spagnolo goes behind the back to Diouf for three. Confident stroke as he throws the three fingers up to the crowd here in Trento. He enjoyed that one. Here's Anderson. Move it in on. Here it is. Anderson finds the cutter. Good extra pass. And finish once more. So China, good team basketball there. It is Li Kaier that's the focal point for them, though. You know, they need that guy who creates the offense. We said yesterday, obviously, different opponent, with all due respect to Cape Verde, not perhaps the same level as the Italians, but you know, yesterday we saw young Shui step up with a big performance, especially in the second half, to carry the load for his team. Today, really, it has only been Zhen Lin. It's been Wang Zhang Zhen Lin who has really been a factor offensively outside of some limited minutes for Li Kaier. So that's going to be the question mark for this Chinese team heading to the World Cup. Where is their offense going to come from? What do they have that they can add before they get to the important games at the World Cup level? As a foul is called against Anderson. Before the act of shooting, be in line. Catch and finish. Spagnolo once again. And gets the score as we are under 3 minutes left in this one. Louis trying to find some room. A lot of traffic underneath the basket though. So he eventually gets it into the inside, but again the Italians, an easy rotation out for them. Good challenge on the shot. Poor offense from China. And a foul is called. It's the second team foul against the Chinese, I believe, so won't be shooting yet. Strong drive from Spagnolo. Li Kaier, nice little fake and go. Has himself 2 shots. Spagnolo goes to the bench. Big round of applause for him, rightly so. So he had to play a big load today. It's Spisu going out. So he takes a round of applause after a good performance. It's good to see Pinot on the bench as well after he hit in his eye. And so the Italians going with a different type of lineup for this last 2 minutes. I think they've got a recognised point guard out there. They'll muddle through with this sizable lead, no doubt. Anderson can't hit the second. A rebound for Severini. It is Ordendese, and is playing the point guard position. Gives it up to Procida. And here he is. Procida penetrates, loses it. China pushing, going the other way. But the finish doesn't come. That's what we're talking about with Yang Shui. He was the man yesterday in the second half. Hasn't been able to get going the same way here today, as a foul is called. And we'll take the walk to the other end of the floor for 2 shots to come. It is Visconti at the line. Visconti makes the first. One of two for him. Foul is called against Visconti. So 2 more shots this game. Turning into a free throw contest at the end. First free throw is good. Final 96 seconds left in this game, and then no doubt Italy will take victory. And I think it's overall been a good tournament for them here in the Trentino Cup. Keep possession, but 2 wins against 2 solid opposition, 2 teams. One team, in fact, Turkey won't be at the World Cup, but a victory over a team they could well face off against in the 2023 World Cup. So they'll be pleased to get this win here by a comfortable distance. A couple of injury worries for them, perhaps, with Spissu and with Donut, especially on a backcourt, which is a little lightweight for the Italians, perhaps. But no doubt, just kind of precautionary measures for them. Hopefully nothing too serious for either player, as the 3 is good for China, coming into an 18-point game inside this final minute. And some great minutes for Spagnolo at the point guard position, and good experience for him going forward. So Juan Dasse holding and waiting, using some clock on this final minute. Gives it up, cuts through. As the jumper misses from Visconti. And China will bring it down. Perhaps their final offense of this game. Kicked. So they'll keep the ball here. Saurui. Here he is, Rui, with the ball, crosses over, well guarded. Still manages to get to the lane, excellent kick out, the 3 doesn't go. As Italy look to throw ahead, pulls it out, says that'll be enough, and we'll dribble this one out. Italy will finish the Trentino Cup unbeaten, 2-0 record from them, and the crowd stand and applaud. And a great warm-up. They will turn their attentions to other games now, heading towards the 2023 World Cup. A good performance from Italy. For China, showed some positives, but work to be done for them as they also make their way to the Philippines. So final score here tonight, Italy 79, China 61. It is the Italians that will be crowned as winners of the Trentino Cup. Good performance then. They will then leave the Italian shores, and they will be heading to Athens for the Acropolis tournament. They will be playing against Serbia on August 9th. The first game there, and then they will play against the hosts, Greece, on August the 10th. So 2 strong matches for them in the Acropolis tournament. So overall, good tournament from Italy. Smiles all round on the sidelines for them. Job done as part of this competition for them. They will take the win here today. They will, like we said, turn their attentions to Athens, where they'll face off against Serbia and Greece. For China, they will need to regroup and get back some momentum as they have their sights towards the FIBA World Cup. But for me, here from Trento, it is good night.